ResortLoop.com is proud to be sponsored by Joffrey's Coffee and Tea, the official specialty coffee of Disney Parks. You can find Joffrey's Coffee and specialty drinks in the parks, at Disney Springs, or online at Joffreys.com.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
The body of water that you see to the right of our forward motion is the Seven Seas Lagoon. The Seven Seas Lagoon is a man-made creation that took 3 years and the removal of millions of cubic yards of earth to complete.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott. This is the Gateway to the Magic, also known as ResortLoop.com. Just want to say briefly, I think I speak for Mr. Testa when I say that we apologize for jinxing the Skyliner, doing the show on Friday and having a little problem there Saturday night. I will say, here's how I found out about what had happened. I'm laying in bed. I can't really sleep, wasn't sleeping too well. And I kept noticing my phone was lighting up. Now, I had it on silent, so I wouldn't hear anything. But, I mean, I just had my eyes open and it kept lighting up. I opened the Twitter, and I'm seeing all these little, like, mini news reports and all that kind of thing about what had happened. Terrible that, people were detained for, like, 2 or 3 hours on there. But I will say, fortunately, nobody was seriously hurt. And I'm fairly confident they'll get the kinks worked out. It'll be fine, safe, enjoyable. People are going to love to stay at hotels with that Skyliner. I still love the idea of getting dropped off at the International Gateway. I know there are other things out there that people, are mildly worried about. I'm not saying not to be concerned, but I will say, make sure you go to the bathroom before you get on. You never know. And make sure your phone's charged. But other than that, I think it's going to be fine. So I want to say thanks to everybody who's booking some trips through Resort Loop Travel. We got a lot of people going to do some running events next year. Some people doing the marathon, somebody doing the princess races. That is exciting. Thank you very much. Everybody's training hard, going to run fast. I will be monitoring safely and restfully from my own home, maybe the Skyliner, but I doubt that. So, also, one other thing. I don't know if anybody's been to your recent Target stores recently. Not the new ones coming with the built-in Disney stores, which I think will be highly themed shelves. But I was there earlier this week, and there was Frozen 2 merchandise out there. I'll post a couple pictures with the show, but I was like, this looks like merchandise. And not a whole lot different from anything else, but excited for the movie. So if you want to get some merchandise, Frozen 2, it's available, at least right now, at Target stores near you. Now, for everybody who is mildly perturbed, upset, or didn't work out with your scheduling, that Misner's Lounge has closed at the Grand Floridian Beach Resort, or as they call it now, Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. The lounge has reopened under the name of Enchanted Rose. A little Beauty and the Beast shout out going there. I'm going to read a little bit from this news release, and I think we might just delve into what they're offering there. It says, get ready to step into a tale as old as time when you enter the new Enchanted Rose Lounge at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. This beautiful addition to the resort is open. It's inspired by the magic and romance of Disney's popular live-action movie, Beauty and the Beast. So this is actually themed on the live-action movie, not the animated movie. I find that kind of interesting, although the live-action movie was based on the animated movie, so I suppose in a way it's still based on the original. But it says, the lounge features the unique gathering spaces inspired by Belle and the Beast, with elegance around every corner. Above the main bar, you can take in the sights of a gorgeous chandelier inspired by Belle's flowing golden ball gown, while the library showcases classical Baroque designs. And if it's not Baroque, we all know you don't fix it. And then French furnishings. A garden room takes its inspiration from the enchanted forest surrounding the castle, and an outdoor patio evokes the romance of Beast's Golden Terrace. I'm not sure his Golden Terrace overlooks Cinderella's castle, but that's neither here nor there, or a Polynesian resort. But he had some cash, so maybe it did. Oh, here's what we're getting to now. This is what I'm talking about. We're going to get to the menu. Features a variety of delectable, shareable bites, like artisanal cheeses, not Velveeta or the 2% slices, a house-made flatbread, short rib sliders. Let's mean short rib sliders. I think it's short rib sliders. No, I'm kidding. And even white sturgeon caviar. By the way, I just learned recently the caviar actually comes from sturgeon because that was a question on Jeopardy in the past week or two. I think it was Final Jeopardy also, actually, by the way. By the way, tangent. Thoughts and prayers from all of us here going out to Alex Trebek. Love Alex Trebek, by the way, as he fights his battle. Anyway, the lounge's focal point is its library of wines. You thought those were books in the Beast Library. Oh, I say nay, nay. Sit back, relax, and enjoy charming wines from around the world, served by the ounce, glass, or bottle. Yet champagne, beer, and cider will also be available, along with tableside cocktails. It says here, while browsing the menu, you can read about a story of love that inspired the Amour cocktail. There's also a story of envy to accompany the Envy cocktail. The Master Sommelier, Brian Kozoil, says, our tales of tableside cocktails are a contrast of each other. The Amour is an elegant vodka cocktail featuring notes of citrus, pear, and flowers with a slightly sweet taste, while characteristics of the apple brandy Envy showcase apples, herbs, and bitters with a potent taste. That sounds very impotent to bring up. Sorry, I couldn't help it. It was right there. They also say the menu has also have beverages without alcohol for guests of all ages, but mostly adults. No, I'm kidding. The mocktails include the Garden Spritzer. It's an herbal distilled non-alcoholic spirit with lime, agave, and soda. And the B&B. I think that means Beauty and the Beast, with iced tea, lemon blueberry, and basil. And the Rosemary Cooler, which is lemonade, vanilla, and rosemary. Interesting. This, of course, as we said, is at the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa on the second floor, pretty much where Misner's is, and I think they actually expanded it a little bit. So, unique offering here. Actually, the pictures of it look quite beautiful, and while they say, inspired by Beauty and the Beast, it's kind of like a more of an understated, inspired by type thing. I mean, there's not huge characters. It's not going to be a character meet and greet with Belle or Emma Watson or a big hairy beast. Although I did hear a rumor that Robbie Benson is the bartender. So, I mean, take your autograph books or at least get a napkin signed. So I thought let's take this time. Let's go over the menu. I'm more excited because I'm not a huge drinker person, although I still want to have a Nautilus. So if I'm there, you might see me having a Nautilus at a Trader Sam's. But I want to talk about the food before we get to the drinks over here at the Enchanted Rose. These are what they're called starters. Some call them appetizers, but here they call them starters. Okay, let's start with a crab and gnocchietti gratin. We know gratin means cheese, crab means seafood, and gnocchi usually means small little potato-y pasta balls. But it's a jumbo lump crab, gnocchietti sarda. Oh my goodness. With citrus breadcrumbs. That sounds like that might be pretty good. Let's see, we also have a pepper spiced shrimp with a lime gelée, piquillo pepper puree, and a serrano ham. That's $19, by the way. Truffle fries. We all know about these. Shaved black truffles and 18th month aged Parmesan. As long as they don't have 18-month-old potatoes, that'd be fantastic. $14 if you're interested in truffle fries. Here's the mini smoked short rib sliders. Glacier blue cheese and an onion marmalade on split top buns. Now, the trick for this one, the onion marmalade sounds good. The trick is going to be in the beef, and strangely enough, it's going to be in the roll. Something like this. I don't like too soft of a roll, so you want maybe a little bit of crust, but not too crunchy. More because you want to be able to withstand the rib. Just my little tip on bread. If there's one food group I know, it's carbs. Artisanal cheese selection has your artisanal cheeses, a pine nut bread, and raisins on the vine, which sounds a lot like old grapes. But that's $19. Usually I'm good with some artisanal cheeses, but pine nut bread, I don't know. I have to see a picture and would go with that. They have a house-made flatbread, charred broccolini, seasoned mushrooms, a fennel sausage, ricotta salata, and a tomato confit. $18. And the food that's slithering its way through Walt Disney World as of the past few years has been octopus. This is octopus a la plancha. It's a black olive aioli. Everyone out there knows what that is, right? Black olive mayo. blistered tomatoes, and fingerling potatoes. And then the white sturgeon caviar with an egg timbale, a creme fraiche, and chives. Now, the white sturgeon caviar comes in at the low price of $95. Let me back that up. $95. So, most of these are actually they range from a low of $14 for the sturgeon for the truffle fries, up to $95 for the white sturgeon caviar. All right, so I don't know about you, but I had that caviar. Now I'm thirsty. These are the featured cocktails at the Enchanted Rose. You can get the tableside cocktail Amour. We talked about that one a little bit. That's $21. It has Grey Goose vodka, the Pavin Liqueur de France, with a pear, lemon, Twinings of London, chamomile tea, agave, and a rose petal for the love. Then the other tableside cocktails. You're going to have this made right next to your table, almost like it was a dish flambe or some kind of special salad where sometimes the chef or one of their sous chefs will come out and actually prepare it for you right there. But that has a Busnel Calvados. Oh, I'm not even going to try this one. It's got some kind of liquor with a green chartreuse, a green apple puree, and bitters with an apple chip. Because that all makes it a little bit more bitter. Remember, that's the Envy cocktail. They have the Island Rose. This one is a Kettle One grapefruit and rose with a lime, Ogret almond, pineapple, bitters, and rose water. There's the Floral Bitter Beauty, Hendrick's Gin, Elderflower Liqueur, lemon, and soda, $16. And then, let's see, a couple others on here. Let's go with the Garden Daisy. Don Julio Raspado Tequila, Midori with some lime and cucumber, and actually contains pasteurized egg whites. So if you want just some egg whites in your drink, make sure they're pasteurized. That's what Louis would have told you. Oh, but I won't miss out on this one. The Sunny Margarita. Patron Silver Tequila, Grand Marnier Cordon Rouge with juices of orange and lime and agave. That sounds actually pretty darn tasty. Let's go into a couple of the grand cocktails. now, these are actually per serving. I don't know if these are glasses or you split them, but that's per serving. It says grand, so we'll go with that. The Berkshire Pork Belly. Yeah, this isn't a starter. This is actually a cocktail. It has a Whistle Pig 10-year straight rye whiskey, a sweet vermouth, some bitters and orange bitters, $25. I just had to read that because it said pork belly. It makes you think it's almost food. They've got the Old Fashioned. Haven't heard that one for a while. Woodford Reserve Kennedy Straight Bourbon with some orange, some sugar in the raw, and some more bitters, $20. The Mojito. Let me give you my story on the Mojito. So years ago, when the Mojito just kind of became a thing, I'm on a cruise in the Caribbean. We went to, I know it was Margaritaville. I think it was in Jamaica. I'm excited. Everyone at work said, when you get to the Caribbean, you have to have a Mojito. I'm like, I would like a Mojito. They said, we don't have a Mojito. You don't have a Mojito? No. So we have margaritas. Well, I'll get that, but I was all excited for my Mojito. Didn't get it. But that has Diplomatico, Planus Extra Anejo Blanco Rum with a mint, agave, and soda, $15. You got the Kerr, Trimbach Riesling, and a Chambrade for $15. And you got the Kerr Royale, which is a Veuve Cricot, low label brut champagne, and we're not going to get the Kerr Royal. I'm not going to get it anyway. They have a whole bunch of different martinis here. You got the classic, you got the Grand Cosmopolitan that has Grey Goose vodka, Grand Marnier, Cordon Rouge, and juices of cranberry and lime. You have an espresso martini. Ooh, it has vodka, espresso, and a creme de cacao. That sounds actually pretty good too. A selection of beer and hard cider ranging from your Bud Light to your Kona, your longboard from Hawaii, to your Angry Orchards. A selection of wines in here. Let's just jump down. In case you take your kids or you don't care for an alcoholic beverage, here are some of the non-alcoholic beverages we talked about. The Garden Spritzer, I think we mentioned that one. Seed Lip Garden 108 Herbal Distilled Non-Alcoholic Spirit with lime, agave, and soda. And we talked about the B&B, the Fresh Brewed Twinings of London. They have the Rosemary Cooler with Adwala Lemonade, vanilla and rosemary. You can also get, and I always recommend that, great friends of the show, supporters of the show. I'm not surprising anybody here when I say they actually feature freshly brewed Joffrey's coffee. So I'm sure you can get in the cafe latte, you can get a pressed pot. And that's how you want to get the coffee. If you're sitting there for a while and you got some time, you want to sit back, enjoy, get a pressed pot of some Joffrey's coffee. No better way to end a day if you're relaxing in the lounge with some friends in the Grand Floridian at the Enchanted Rose, being served by Robbie Benson, than enjoying a pressed pot of Joffrey's coffee. So I will say, if you want to enjoy some fireworks and you don't want to deal with a lot of people in the park that night, maybe you don't want to be over at the Polynesian, maybe you don't feel like going over the top of the Contemporary, try the new Enchanted Rose. They got that little area out there overlooking the water there. Check out some fireworks over the castle while enjoying your white sturgeon caviar. They stop serving that at 10, by the way, so eat first. You can have the drinks afterwards. Maybe you'll get your old-fashioned or your Berkshire pork belly beverage there. Everybody, if anybody goes there soon, take some pictures of the food. Let me know what it looks like. I'm very excited. Plus, I'm always looking for new food to try at Walt Disney World. Everybody, thanks for joining us on the show. I'd like to thank everyone again. If you're thinking of booking a trip, maybe you're thinking of running some race coming up. Or maybe you're going down for a weekend for food and wine. We've got the holidays coming up. Lots of people are going to be making quick little 2 and 3 day trips coming up. I think they're going to be doing some holiday parties, either Mickey's Not So Scary or the Very Merry Christmas Party. So we'd like to help you over here at Resort Loop Travel. You can find us over at ResortLoop.com or Tim at ResortLoop.com. I'd also like to, I put a shout out a couple shows ago. I'm in the middle of contacting all these people. I'm going to look for some people to help me host the show. And I figure, what better way to do it than with you guys? So lots of responses. I have lots of people. If I haven't talked to you or emailed you semi-recently, it's coming. I've reached out to a lot of people, but I got a lot of responses. So I got a lot of things to go through and a lot of logistics to work out. But it's going to be fun. We're going to do that real soon. I think I have a surprise coming up next week, actually. I think so. Anyway, Tim Scott, Facebook, Twitter, the website, ResortLoop.com. By the way, it's not too late. I'll add you to the list if you think you might want to help me out with a show or something. Or if you have a good topic, you don't want to be on the show, but you have a topic, I'll take that too. I'm easy. Again, thanks for joining us. Everyone go out there and share the gateway to the magic. See you guys. Vacation memories will stay with you and your family for a lifetime. The Resort Loop Travel Group was created with this in mind. Our fee-free services will relieve you of the stress and confusion of finding and booking the best vacation at the best price. After booking, we will continue to monitor for ways to save you even more on your vacation. We will check for any upcoming packages and discounts to save you as many vacation dollars as possible. Resort Loop Travel Group, gateway to your magical vacation memories. Get a quote, or for more information, visit ResortLoopTravelGroup.com.